Hey, this is Cindy. And I think you have some good stuff going on here, but to make this look right, you're really going to have to walk them. You can't just sort of float them over the ground like that. Um, so let's take a look at the Maya file. Let's look at it from another view. And so he's just kind of floating over the floor. Um, and so what you need to do, you know, I'll just do one example, but you need to, have a series of poses basically. So maybe let's go here. And so first, this is what's going to stick, right? So I'll take this foot, maybe the body moves forward, I don't know, that much or something. So I'll middle mouse click here to update the time without updating the animation and set a keyframe and see how that foot sticks. And then that one goes there. And then I can take this one, set a keyframe, and then maybe middle mouse click here. Um, And the fact that it's pulling ahead so much may tell you he's going a bit too fast. Or you could try to do more steps. But he does seem to be getting ahead of his feet. It's also possible, this could be further forward, maybe, especially if he was a little more down. But these are kind of big steps. And also maybe, you can lift him up in the middle. Let's grab this one. And then let's make sure select all and make sure our tangents are clamped. I'm not sure why that one's moving there, but let me just click here, middle mouse click here, set a keyframe. Hey. Uh-oh. I may have crashed Maya. Oh, no, we're up. So, boy, it sure doesn't look to be moving between those frames. The Y is changing. Oh, because there's no Y keyframe, that first one. Interesting. So just make sure to hit S here, and then middle mouse click here and S there. And okay, so now it's sticking. And then you can control this movement better with like the roll, you know. And then this can move forward, while the other one sticks. It's just he's moving too far, too fast, so for these things to really handle it. But let's say this is here, middle mouse, make sure we're S there, middle mouse click here, S, and that foot will stick. But again, I think he's moving too far, too fast for the feet placements you have. So I think you'd have to do more steps. But hopefully you're starting to get the workflow of how you can get a foot to stick. Just keyframe in one position, middle mouse click on the frame at the end of the range you want it to stick, and then keyframe it again. Make sure there's no keyframes in between. You get the keys, the feet to stick, and then you have to kind of do some of the body kind of up and down with each step, and maybe a little side to side, maybe a little rotation. But like a walk is kind of a pretty intense thing to do, so it's not really. I wouldn't necessarily encourage you to do a walk as your first thing. I just would more encourage you to do kind of a series of poses. What could be funny, and maybe you want to consider. I just thought of now is like, yeah, instead of opening I mean, you could open the door, peek around, and then just take a step, you know, towards that. Maybe that's a bit short though. Um, or maybe there's another little table here and he just grabs it off the table so you don't have to do those steps. But if you're going to do those steps, you have to do them properly. The feet have to stick, the body has to move like it's walking, etc.